Could Quant be the most explosive altcoin that is not yet in your bag? I think this coin has the potential to explode sooner than you might think. Some are even asking, is Quant the next Bitcoin? Are they just fanboys, or is there some generational wealth to be snatched up here with the Quant project? One thing is for sure, Quant Crypto news is heating up as the Quant Network has actually gained a place on the prestigious ISO-compliant cryptocurrencies list. This is even after it has made massive partnerships that I will talk more about in just a minute. Seriously though, Quant is really turning heads, and I am super excited to show you what some of the developers over at Quant have been doing to make sure that their cryptocurrency stands out. But before we get into all that alpha, make sure that you smash that like button, make sure you hit subscribe, boom, bang on that notification bell, comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. I appreciate it. Now, let's go analyze some Quant and mine for some gems. Quant is currently the 33rd largest cryptocurrency project by market cap. Quant actually launched in June of 2018 to connect blockchains and networks on a global scale. Now, Quant is the first project to solve the interoperability problem through the creation of the first blockchain operating system, Overledger OS. More on Overledger later in this video. It could be huge. Now, let's pop open the hood of Quant. The QNT token is clocking in at just under $1.5 billion in market cap. For those of you who keep up with the crypto prices this year, you might remember that Quant had a massive pump from $40 in June of 2022 all the way up to $208 per coin. That's some serious alpha right there. That's a 420% price increase in literally 120 days. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. What's even more impressive is that during the same time, Bitcoin barely increased by 10% and Ethereum was up about 34%. Quant was straight up killing it. But that's what's happened to Quant, so let's leave that where it is in the past. And let's look to the future of finance. And that is what ISO 20022 compliance is all about. Haven't heard of it? You're gonna wanna study up on ISO compliance. But don't worry, I will cover everything about ISO 20022 and what it means for crypto and Quant in this video. Low key, I'm going to be putting out videos on all of the cryptos that are ISO compliant, and that'll come over the next few weeks. That's right, as per usual, Drew's got you covered. So what is ISO 20022 compliance? Check it. ISO 20022 is a new protocol planned to be adopted worldwide by the financial industry over the next few years. Right now, there is a crusty 50-year-old legacy payment system for cross-border payments operated by SWIFT that is used to send international payments by none other than the big money movers. Banks and large institutions have already committed to using this standardized system that will be operated on, you guessed it, the blockchain. That means that there are one or more cryptos out there right now that might have huge alpha potential if they are successful at landing large institutions as clients and partners in the future of global digital payments. Crypto for the win. Quant is one of the major leading cryptos that have been grinding hard to partner with large institutions so that they can be positioned to take advantage of the changes brought in by the ISO compliance. Quant is already connected with some of the hard-hitting payment APIs that you've already heard about. Google Pay, Apple Pay, PayPal, so you know they got Venmo, Walmart Pay, Amazon Pay, WhatsApp Pay. Quant is also plugged in to some of the banking APIs that you might already know too. JP Morgan, Citibank, Santander, BNP Paribas, HSBC, Deutsche Bank, and one more big one that I will be mentioning in just a second. Now, on the Internet of Things side, Quant is partnered with Microsoft, Intel, IBM, Amazon, Google, Oracle, Cisco. There aren't too many Fortune 500 companies that Quant isn't already plugged into and ready to facilitate trades for. In fact, you might be wondering how Quant is balling out so hard with all of these existing partnerships. Well, Quant owes a lot of their success to what makes them unique, and that is what I mentioned before. Quant's very own blockchain operating on Overledger OS. What's Overledger OS? Well, a lot of blockchains out there are trying to solve the hurdle of interoperability across blockchains and even into traditional finance APIs. Overledger is Quant's unique approach to an integrated blockchain universe. Its network is of course built to be scalable, and it comes built with layer 2 payment channels to increase throughput. Overledger is how Quant has made it possible for all the Fortune 500 banks and tech companies to connect with the most important blockchains, and they can do it very cheaply at scale. Overledger also helps these companies execute smart contracts and straight up develop decentralized applications. Again, all across multiple blockchains. Kind of blows my mind how so much can be happening behind the scenes of a crypto project that not a lot of people know about. It's the quiet ones that you gotta watch out for though. They might just 10x on you overnight. Now, in the interest of transparency, I want to tell you a little bit more about Quant's dark side before you go FOMOing into the QNT token. In many videos, I talk about the Fedcoin and CBDC digital dollars that might be right around the corner for Americans and people in other industrialized Western regions. I don't like that. I think that CBDCs are terrible and they will eventually and inevitably be abused by the governments that mint them. However, some of you might actually find this next part bullish for Quant. I hate it, but I still gotta tell you. Quant announced in November 2022 that it had partnered with a company called UST to help central banks issue digital currencies into major distributed ledger networks. It's not an FTX kind of dark side, but instead they're working with central banks. Did you hear that? Central banks. To help them develop their CBDCs is absolutely going against the principles of decentralized ledger tech and almost their own tokenomics. It's for this reason that I think Quant could be creating a monster that could one day turn around and kill Quant and the other cryptos. Or could Quant be the end-all be-all and position themselves to be that CBDC? I seriously believe that CBDCs are a huge threat to private cryptos like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Quant, and I hate to say it, but CBDCs could even be the end of crypto as we know it. You can learn more about CBDCs by watching my Fedcoin series videos. It's scary stuff, but in any case, you gotta stay positive. And I am hopeful that QNT is one of the cryptos that is going to be positioned to explode in the next bull run. Now, I will be making more videos on ISO 20022 compliant coins. Actually, we will be making a video on every single coin that is ISO 20022 compliant, confirmed. We'll take it from there. So make sure you show up to my series. And if you like content like this, make sure that you smash that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe. Boom! Bang on that notification bell. Comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for showing up to this video. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, everyone.